Sometimes as Christians, we have this tendency to have favorite verses or know certain verses. And oftentimes what we do is we forget the context around which those verses are established. One of my famous mantras about studying the Bible is what are the three principles of Bible study? Number one, context. Number two, context. Number three, context. It's all about the verses that surround the verses that you're looking at. Well, some of the most famous verses that we know in the Bible are from Ephesians 2, 8 and 9. And I wanted to read these to us and then read the contextual statement immediately following it. So within the context in chapter 2, verses 1 to 4, we find out how bad we are. That is, that we have been corrupted by sin. And then we come upon these statements in Ephesians 2, 8, 9, very famous words. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not a result of works, so that anyone may boast. Remember, from last time we talked about the only way that goodness can be established is if there is a good God. But now look at verse 10. For we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. What have we been created for as Christians? Good works. And so when we think about this, we can't escape the idea that first there has to be good news, which then establishes any kind of connection to doing good. So good news must precede good works. And according to the Bible, we represent Jesus as the God-man, the emphasis on the cloud being the divinity and the stick figure, as best as I can draw, the man. And so we see the God-man Jesus. We have been created, this is us, we have been new creations in Christ, created to do what? Good works. But the only way that we can have good works, only way that we can do good works, is if there's good news. Once you eliminate good news, all you have is good works. And then the question becomes, well, who's to say what's good and what's good enough? And then you begin to ask yourself the question, well, do I need to work my way to heaven? And of course, that's what Ephesians 2, 8 and 9 is all about. None of that is our doing. It's all a gift of God. So when we think about the good news producing good works, we go back to the standard of the good God, who also establishes the standard or the origin or the basis for good works. Always remember Ephesians 2, 8 and 9, the context of that, verse 10, we are created in Christ Jesus as His workmanship. Literally, by the way, in Greek it means we are His poem. It is poema. We are His poem. God, through Christ, is creating us in His image to do good works. Without good news, there cannot be any good works. What makes us different as Christians? What do we want to be known for? We want to be known for doing good. Where does goodness come from? From the good news of Jesus.